Joe Curtatone. I'm the mayor of Somerville, Massachusetts, the All-America city of Somerville, Massachusetts. And working with the Pioneer Institute has been very beneficial for the city because they're an organization like the Boston Municipal Research Bureau and other institutions that really work with municipalities to develop best practices, share innovation. And if it wasn't for that type of cooperations from those types of organizations, such as the Pioneer Institute, Somerville will not be benefiting today. And I think it's important that we have conversations about what we do well and what works.
Hi, my name's Ed Davis, and I've been aware of Pioneer for over a decade now. Their Innovations in State Government program is something that we worked hard to submit an application to back in the early 1990s. And I'm happy to say that we won an award back then because of the work that we were doing around community policing at the time. But what Pioneer does is it identifies best practices in government, and it lets us all learn from the research that they've done. So it's helped my career immensely.
Where does the Pioneer Institute fit in from the standpoint of my day-to-day type of challenges as mayor? I think the Pioneer Institute drives a debate in very, very important areas, which is extremely important. I don't think everyone has all the ideas, but everyone has to sit down and consider everyone's point of view and realize that there is not going to be any easy solutions. I think the Pioneer Institute is focused on municipal government sustainability. It's focused on economic growth. It's focused on educational opportunities for our children. Now, I agree with some of the positions that the Pioneer Institute lays out as solutions to problems that exist today. Others, I think, are interesting points to talk about and debate. I can give you some quick examples. I mean, on education, my feeling is that the Pioneer Institute has staked out a position that's an important one, that's an interesting one, but I don't think it fits in every situation. And that specifically I'm referring to whether it's MCAS as a graduation requirement, or whether it's charter schools, or now this race to the top money, whatever it might be. These are very important things to discuss, consider, and have lively debates about. But I think what it comes down to is that everyone needs to come together and start figuring out how we get to the next level of achievement for our children as far as educational opportunities, and how we make sure, the idea of No Child Left Behind is a name of a piece of legislation, but it really is a theme. We're leaving an awful lot of kids behind. We have to figure out how we don't do that. So I think the Pioneer Institute plays a very constructive purpose on a number of different issues.
One thing that the Pioneer Institute does really well is that it forces, but it kind of forces the cities and towns to collaborate with each other, and it also forces us to face the facts by collecting data, analyzing it, and also getting us involved in the process. It's hard to manipulate data. It's hard to ignore it. So it's really helped hold cities and towns accountable. It's really also helped cities and towns realize what's happening, help us communicate better to the state, and also help us communicate better to our citizens. So I've been really grateful for the work that the Pioneer Institute has done. We don't have the in-house capability of doing that type of technical work, and even if we did, we wouldn't have a comparison with other similar cities and towns. So the Middle City Initiative, that's the brainchild of the Pioneer Institute, has really made cities like Fitchburg, Brockton, New Bedford, Lowell, we've felt a little forgotten over the past century as manufacturing communities and as companies have gone away. Our demographics has changed significantly, our economies have changed significantly, and having an institute that not only recognizes what's happening but recognizes how important we are.
My name is Bernie Lynch. I'm the city manager, City of Lowell, and I think that the Pioneer Institute has served a very important role here in the Commonwealth in terms of allowing people to think differently about the way government at all levels should be organized, and how innovative solutions can be developed to address problems that government has in terms of meeting the needs of the citizens of our entities or communities with limited resources, and whether it be with trying to address issues with health insurance and getting communities more power over those costs, with the moving people into the the GIC, or just giving us plan design issues, working on some of the charter school issues, the Middle Cities Initiative. I think it's been a very important tool for us to have an organization that, along with other organizations that we work with, that looks for creative solutions to very difficult problems.